guys, welcome back to the Deutsch Lernen TV. Today we are going to learn how to conjugate the verbs end with ERN and ELN. Verben enden mit ERN und ELN. That is 5.9, and hope you can remember the previous lessons too. In part 5.1, how to conjugate the verb sign. In part 5.2, how to conjugate the verbs end with en. In part 5.3, how to conjugate the verbs end with den. In part 5.4, how to conjugate the verbs end with sten, sen and zen. In part 5.5, conjugation of the verbs that the stem changes e to ie. In part 5.6, conjugation of the verbs that the stem changes e to I. In part 5.7, conjugation of the verbs that its stem changes a to a with umlaut. In part 5.8, how to conjugate the verb haben. Well, before moving to the lesson, these are the words that we use today. Weit of your height. Das Schiff, the ship, shine nicely or beautifully. Die Briefmarken, the stamps, Weihnachten, Christmas, alles, everything or all. Die Wand, the wall, die Flasche, the bottle. Zu viel, too much. Das Telefon, the phone, die Pakete, the parcels. First, let's learn how to conjugate the verbs end with ERN. Verben mit der Endung ERN. Here are few of the verbs that end with ERN. Remember that R is not pronouncing. Erinnern, to remind. Ändern, to change or to modify. Klettern, to climb. Donnern, to thunder. Feiern, to celebrate. Opfern, to sacrifice. Plaudern, to chat. Liefern, to deliver. Trauern, to mourn or to grieve. Fordern, to demand. Unlike the previous lessons, the last letter N is omitted from the infinitive to form the verb stem. Erinnern, to remind. The stem of the verb is erinnern. Plaudern, to chat. The stem of the verb is plaudern. Klettern, to climb. The stem of the verb is kletter. Feiern, to celebrate. The stem of the verb is fire. Now let's see how the verb erinnern conjugates with each pronoun. Ich erinnere, I remind. Du erinnerst, you remind. Here you is informal and singular. Er erinnert, he reminds. Sie erinnert, she reminds. Es erinnert, it reminds. Wir erinnern, we remind. Ihr erinnert, you remind. Here you is informal and plural. Sie erinnern, you remind. Here you is formal, singular and plural. Sie erinnern, they remind. Hope you understood how to conjugate the verbs end with ERN. Now let's have a look on how to conjugate the verbs end with ELN. These are some verbs that end with ELN. And remember that L is not pronouncing. Handeln, to act or to trade. Klingen, to ring. Sammeln, to collect. Blinzen, to blink. Wechseln, to change or to switch. Lächeln, to smile. Siegen, to sail. Entwickeln, to develop. Spiegeln, to reflect. Shooten, to shake. Here also the stem is created by omitting n from the infinitive verb. Klingen, to ring. The stem of the verb is klingel. Lächeln, to smile. The stem of the verb is lächeln. Sammeln, to collect. The stem is sammeln. Segeln, to sail. The stem of the verb is segel. Remember that when conjugating the verbs end with eln, we omit e for the pronoun ish. You can learn it more clearly from the table given below. Let's take klingen as an example. Ich klingle, I ring. Du klingelst, you ring. Klingelt, he rings. Sie klingelt, she rings. Es klingelt, it rings. Wir klingeln, we ring. Ihr klingelt, you ring. Sie klingeln, you ring. Sie klingeln, they ring. Okay, hope you understood the verb's conjugation. Now let's try this exercise. Take few minutes and do it. Übung 1. Now let's check your answers. Übung 1 antworten. Schütteln, to shake. The stem is schütteln. Ich schüttle, du schüttelst, schüttelt, sie schüttelt, es schüttelt, wir schütteln, ihr schüttelt, sie schütteln. Opfern, to sacrifice. The stem is opfer. Ich opfere, du opferst, opfert, sie opfert, es opfert, wir opfern, ihr opfert, sie opfern. Entwickeln, to develop. Stem is entwickeln. Ich entwickle, du entwickelst, entwickelt, sie entwickelt, es entwickelt, wir entwickeln, ihr entwickelt, sie entwickelt. Stepping forward, now it's time to translate these 10 sentences into German. Pause the video for a while and try it. Übung 2. Well, let's check whether you are correct. Übung 2 antworten. He sails the ship or he is sailing the ship. A seagull does shift. It climbs the wall or it is climbing the wall. Escalator die Wand. You smile nicely or you are smiling nicely. Du lächelst schön or ihr lächelt schön or sie lächeln schön. We celebrate Christmas or we are celebrating Christmas. Wir feiern Weihnachten. She collects stamps or she is collecting stamps. Sie sammelt Briefmarken. Peter delivers parcels or Peter is delivering parcels. Peter liefert Pakete. I shake the bottle or I am shaking the bottle. Ich schüttle die Flasche. They sacrifice everything or they are sacrificing everything. Sie opfern alles. The phone rings or the phone is ringing. Das Telefon klingelt. Mrs. Schmidt chats too much or Mrs. Schmidt is chatting too much. Frau Schmidt plaudert zu viel. Was wir heute gelernt haben. What we learned today. How to conjugate the infinitive verbs which have the ending ERN and ELN. And how to make sentences using these verbs. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and share this with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe my channel for more videos. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. Auf Wiedersehen!